Hello friends! Welcome everyone! We're so glad you're here to join us on this exciting learning adventure. Get ready to embark on a journey filled with knowledge, fun, and inspiration. Are you ready to learn English in a fun and engaging way? We're about to dive into a unique method that combines language learning with timeless tales. We'll use famous Bible stories to help you. These stories are not only captivating but also rich in vocabulary and expressions that will enhance your English skills. These stories are simple and easy to understand, making them perfect for learners of all levels. Wise, offering valuable insights into life and human nature, and full of life lessons. You'll discover meaningful messages that resonate across cultures and generations. They use easy words and short sentences, making it easier for you to grasp the meaning and expand your vocabulary. Perfect for learning. You'll find that the language is accessible and the concepts are easy to follow. Stories make learning exciting, not boring. They transport you to different worlds and introduce you to fascinating characters. Today, we'll learn English with the story of Moses, a pivotal figure in history. Moses' story is about courage, demonstrating how one person can stand up against adversity, hope, even in the darkest of times, reminding us that there's always light at the end of the tunnel, and leadership. It showcases the qualities of a true leader who guides and protects his people. He helped his people, leading them out of slavery and towards freedom, and trusted God. His unwavering faith served as a beacon of hope for his followers. As we read, listen for new words like and try to understand their meaning within the context of the story. Leader, someone who guides and inspires others. Miracle, an extraordinary event that defies the laws of nature. Journey, a long and often challenging trip. And freedom, the state of being free from oppression or captivity. This story will help you practice English, improve your comprehension, and expand your vocabulary, and inspire you to overcome challenges and pursue your dreams. Moses teaches us to be brave and have faith, even when faced with seemingly insurmountable obstacles. Even when life is hard, there is hope. Remember that every challenge is an opportunity for growth and learning. Let's begin our journey with Moses and discover the power of courage, faith, and leadership. Let's learn English together. Get ready for an enriching experience that will not only improve your language skills, but also inspire you to be your best self. Who was Moses? He was a baby boy born long ago in Egypt. His people, the Israelites, were slaves and life was very hard. The Pharaoh, Egypt's king, was afraid of the Israelites. He made a cruel rule: all Israelite baby boys must be killed. Moses' mother, Jochebed, wanted to save him. She made a strong, waterproof basket and placed Moses inside. She hid the basket in the river Nile among the reeds. Moses' sister, Miriam, watched from a distance. One day, Pharaoh's daughter found the basket. She felt sorry for the crying baby and decided to save him. She took him to the palace and named him Moses. Moses grew up in Pharaoh's palace as a prince. He had a good life, but he knew he was an Israelite. He saw his people suffering as slaves and felt sad for them. One day, Moses saw an Egyptian beating an Israelite slave. Angry, Moses struck the Egyptian, who died. Moses was afraid and ran away from Egypt. He went to a land called Midian and became a shepherd. Moses lived quietly in the desert for many years. Years later, after the initial events that led him into the wilderness, while caring for sheep, far from the familiar landscapes of Egypt, Moses' life took an unexpected turn. He was unaware of the grand destiny that awaited him. Moses saw a burning bush. An ordinary sight transformed into an extraordinary encounter. The flames danced without consuming the bush, a spectacle that defied explanation and drew Moses closer. God spoke to him from within the fire, saying, "I have seen the suffering of my people in Egypt, and I have heard their cries, 'Lead my people out of Egypt, and I will be with you.'" With newfound purpose, and perhaps a touch of trepidation, Moses returned to Egypt with his brother Aaron, who would serve as his voice. Together, they prepared to confront the mighty Pharaoh. He told Pharaoh, with the authority granted to him by God, "Let my people go. They have suffered long enough under your rule. Release them, so they may worship me in the wilderness." But Pharaoh, hardened and unyielding, refused. He would not release his workforce, no matter the cost. And so God sent 10 plagues, each more devastating than the last, to demonstrate his power, and persuade Pharaoh to release the Israelites. First, the water turned to blood, poisoning the rivers and streams, making them undrinkable. Then came frogs, gnats and flies, swarming across the land, tormenting both people and animals. The plagues continued with sick animals, sores that afflicted the people, followed by hail and locusts that devoured every crop in sight, leaving the land barren. Then came a darkness, so thick and complete that it blotted out the sun for 3 days. And finally, the most devastating of all, the death of the oldest sons in every Egyptian family. After the last plague, grief-stricken and broken, Pharaoh finally relented and let the Israelites go, urging them to leave his land. But Pharaoh, ever prideful, soon changed his mind. Regretting his decision to release such a large workforce, he gathered his army and chased them relentlessly, pursuing them to the shores of the Red Sea. The Israelites were trapped, seemingly with no escape. Before them lay the vast expanse of the Red Sea, and behind them, the relentless pursuit of Pharaoh's army. In desperation, God told Moses to raise his staff over the water, a symbol of divine power and intervention. And then, a miracle occurred. The sea parted, creating a dry path through the water. The Israelites, with faith as their guide, crossed safely through the parted sea, escaping the clutches of Pharaoh. Blinded by rage and determined to recapture his lost workforce, the Egyptian army followed them into the sea, unaware of the fate that awaited them. As the last of the Israelites reached the other side, the sea closed, engulfing the Egyptian army, and they were lost, swallowed by the waves. The Israelites were finally free from slavery and oppression. They rejoiced and celebrated their newfound freedom, giving thanks to God for his miraculous deliverance. After witnessing incredible acts of deliverance, crossing the Red Sea on dry ground, a testament to God's power and unwavering commitment, the Israelites embarked on a challenging journey through the vast and unforgiving desert. Their path was uncertain, and the trials they faced tested their faith at every turn. In his infinite mercy, God provided for them, showering them with food called manna, a mysterious substance that appeared each morning, sustaining them in their time of need. And when thirst threatened to overwhelm them, he miraculously brought forth water from a rock, quenching their parched throats and reaffirming his presence. Moses, their steadfast leader, guided them through the wilderness and served as a mediator, communicating with God on their behalf, seeking guidance and intercession. On Mount Sinai, amidst thunder and lightning, God bestowed upon Moses the 10 Commandments, important rules for living well, a moral compass to guide their actions and shape their society. These commandments were not just a set of restrictions, but a pathway to a fulfilling and harmonious life. These rules teach us to love God and others, forming the foundation of a just and compassionate community. Don't worship false gods, placing your faith and devotion in things that cannot truly satisfy. Respect parents, honoring those who have nurtured and guided you. Don't kill, valuing the sanctity of life and promoting peace. Steal, respecting the property and rights of others. Or lie, upholding truthfulness and integrity in all your dealings. The story of Moses is full of new English words, enriching your vocabulary and understanding of history. Pharaoh, slave, miracle, plague, commandment, desert. Moses and the Israelites were brave and hopeful, facing adversity with unwavering spirits. Their story shows that with courage and faith, even in the face of seemingly insurmountable obstacles, freedom is possible. Learning English is also a journey filled with its own set of challenges and rewards. Sometimes it's hard, and you may feel discouraged, but keep going. Persevere through the difficulties, just like Moses and his people, who faced countless trials on their path to freedom. Bible stories make learning English meaningful, connecting you to timeless narratives and profound truths, and fill us with hope, reminding us of the power of faith and the promise of a brighter future. Keep learning, embrace the challenges, and celebrate the small victories along the way. Keep reading, immerse yourself in the language, and expand your understanding of the world. And believe in yourself, trust in your abilities, and never underestimate your potential. You can do it.